TikTok, a social media platform owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, has achieved significant global popularity, including within the United States. The platform records over 1 billion monthly active users worldwide, with approximately 180 million users based in the U.S. TikTok's success can be attributed to its advanced algorithm, which prioritizes user interaction with videos, resulting in highly engaging and compelling content. Amid rising concerns over data privacy and geopolitical friction with China, the U.S. government has its eyes fixed on TikTok. With worries about the app's algorithm spreading misinformation, a dramatic ultimatum was issued. ByteDance must sell TikTok by January 19, 2025, or face an outright ban in the U.S. Refusing to back down, ByteDance took legal action against this law, but the appeals court slammed the door shut on their challenge in December 2023. Now, all eyes turn to the Supreme Court, with a high-stakes hearing set for January 19, 2025. Will TikTok dance out of trouble, or will it face the final curtain call? The U.S. government points to national security concerns as the main reason for the proposed ban. The worry centers on ByteDance's control over TikTok and the fear that user data might end up in the hands of the Chinese government. Yet, no concrete evidence of data misuse or harm caused by TikTok has been shared with the public. If the ban takes effect, TikTok would vanish from the U.S. digital landscape. Current users would find their beloved app turning into a relic, as software updates would halt, causing it to become outdated. ByteDance has shown strong resistance to selling TikTok, mainly because they are hesitant to reveal the secrets of their prized algorithm, which they consider their golden goose. However, this claim is questionable, as leaked documents hint that the algorithm might not be as extraordinary as it's made out to be. Beyond the stated reasons, ByteDance's refusal to sell might be swayed by larger geopolitical chess moves. Forcing a booming Chinese company to back out of a profitable U.S. market could open Pandora's box for similar actions against Chinese businesses worldwide. Additionally, Xi Jinping's administration aims to keep a tight grip on their flourishing enterprises, discouraging them from converting earnings into foreign currencies or shifting operations overseas. Letting ByteDance cash out TikTok for millions in U.S. dollars simply doesn't fit with this blueprint. While the Supreme Court's decision remains uncertain, it appears unlikely that they will declare the law unconstitutional or prevent it from taking effect. Nevertheless, they may opt to delay the implementation, potentially providing the incoming Trump administration with an opportunity to negotiate an agreement with China. Such a postponement would significantly alter the landscape, transitioning from a Biden administration preference to a Trump administration one, which could potentially result in a quid pro quo arrangement involving TikTok as leverage. While surveillance concerns about American citizens are valid, focusing only on TikTok might be misplaced. Data breaches in U.S. telecom networks pose a greater threat. Additionally, other Chinese apps like Temu hold similar sensitive data but face less scrutiny. This suggests that TikTok's success as a Chinese media company in the U.S. might partly drive the proposed ban beyond just national security concerns. The Chinese government's access to data held by companies within its jurisdiction is well documented. Similarly, revelations by Edward Snowden have highlighted the data collection practices of the U.S. government, particularly the NSA's extensive data gathering from American citizens, which often circumvents Fourth Amendment protections. The distinction between U.S. and Chinese data practices appears to be more about the level of public trust rather than the actual regulatory controls or constraints in place. ByteDance claims that banning TikTok violates their First Amendment rights. However, an appeals court noted that foreign companies like TikTok might not have the same protections as American media firms. The Supreme Court's decision could impact the future of foreign-owned media in the U.S., possibly leading to the creation of American subsidiaries or their exclusion from the market. TikTok's success in the United States market challenges the previously held belief that Chinese social media companies could not compete on a global scale. Earlier efforts by Chinese enterprises to expand internationally were impeded by censorship requirements and limited customization options, rendering their products unsuitable for global markets. TikTok's achievement, particularly in the United States, has altered this dynamic, emphasizing the asymmetry in market access between the two countries. This development has raised concerns regarding China's influence and control over media platforms, potentially contributing to further economic and cultural decoupling between the two nations. A potential ban of TikTok in the United States would significantly affect the thriving creator economy that has developed on the platform. Although creators could transition to other platforms, the shift would not be without challenges, and some individuals who have found success on TikTok may find it difficult to achieve similar results elsewhere. Banning TikTok might give rivals like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram a chance to shine. However, for those who make their living through TikTok, transitioning exclusively to these alternatives could be quite challenging. Building a huge following on other apps isn't an overnight process, especially since TikTok fans might not always migrate with their favorite creators. Other platforms have their own quirks too. They might favor longer videos or specific music genres, so adjusting strategies can be like learning a new dance. A ban could have ripple effects beyond individuals on TikTok. Many influencers employ teams to support their careers, such as agents, accountants, and lawyers to review brand deals. Many individuals believe that a TikTok ban would primarily impact influencers who enjoy glamorous lifestyles and generate substantial income. However, the true consequence of such a ban could disproportionately affect middle-class Americans who rely on the platform for information, entertainment, business growth, and community building. Nonetheless, the history of social media indicates the resilience of the creator economy, with creators consistently adapting to new platforms and formats over time. As we await the Supreme Court's ruling on the TikTok saga, the story reflects a tangled web of national security worries, free speech debates, geopolitical rivalries, and economic battles. No matter how it ends, this case is poised to become a landmark in social media regulation, U.S. China relations, and the global digital realm. The Supreme Court's decision will establish a legal precedent for future government regulation of foreign-owned technology companies operating in the U.S. The TikTok saga has become a focal point in the ongoing tensions between the U.S. and China. The outcome of the case will undoubtedly influence the trajectory of their relationship, potentially leading to further economic decoupling and heightened competition in the technology sector. A negotiated settlement could signal a willingness to cooperate on certain issues, while an outright ban could escalate tensions and fuel distrust. The potential ban has brought the vulnerability of the creator economy to the forefront. Creators who have built their careers and livelihoods on platforms like TikTok face uncertainty and the prospect of adapting to new environments. The case underscores the need for creators to diversify their income streams and cultivate a presence across multiple platforms to mitigate the risks associated with platform-specific disruptions. The TikTok case has reignited the debate about data privacy and security in the digital age. While the government's focus on TikTok's data practices is understandable, the conversation has exposed broader concerns about the vast amount of data collected by social media companies and the potential for misuse. Beyond the legal and economic ramifications, the TikTok saga carries significant symbolic weight. The app's popularity among young Americans and its association with Chinese ownership has fueled anxieties about cultural influence and technological dominance. The outcome of the case will likely shape public perceptions of China, technology, and the role of government in regulating the digital sphere. The resolution of the TikTok situation remains uncertain, but the implications of this case extend far beyond the fate of a single app. The upcoming Supreme Court hearing and its aftermath will have lasting consequences for the future of social media regulation, U.S. China relations, and the global digital landscape. The ultimate resolution of the TikTok saga remains uncertain, pending the Supreme Court's decision. However, the conversation underscores the complex interplay of national security concerns, free speech considerations, geopolitical tensions, and economic interests at play. Regardless of the outcome, the symbolic significance of this case will likely have lasting implications for the future of social media regulation, U.S. China relations, and the global digital landscape. The most crucial takeaway is that the symbolic importance of a successful Chinese media company operating in the U.S. outweighs the legal precedents and national security concerns. The decision regarding TikTok's fate might be driven more by symbolism than by concrete evidence of wrongdoing or a comprehensive approach to data privacy and algorithmic regulation.